So we are hoping that this flips and trigger us in. We are still not on this trade. We have sell stop set with our stop losses and our take profit. So yeah. So the market is flipping. We just needed to move them and then trigger our trade or give us a Zwanike setup and still trigger our trade. So we needed to go down. So we are being optimistic here. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. It's about to flip. So what I would suggest, what I want you guys to do is always try to get questions ready for before any one of our sections so that we could have some interactions that would help expand your knowledge in finance and trading as well. So just always get ready before the sections in the morning. All right. So that will immensely fast track your learning and getting comfortable with trading. Okay, guys, I'm anticipating that we are going to actually get a Zukwanike. We might get this inverted hammer here, and the next candle will not be the one to break the low, which even makes it better because we know what the Zukwanike does for us, right? So let's keep our fingers crossed. However, if after this candle, the next candle goes back up to end as green, we are deleting the sell stop that we have put here. So this current candle now, the current candle now is going to um, end in about 53 seconds. 50 is counting down. So if it ends similar to this structure, it's a good sign. It's a good sign on the horizon. So let's see what is going to happen. Always remember 80% patience, 20% execution. So we have about 20 seconds now for the current 30 minutes candle to complete. Four, three, two, one. Voila, it has completed. So we're expecting the next one to come back down, break the low, smash everything and move. But let's see what happens. So remember, if you guys don't know what a Zukwanike is, this is a perfect structure for Zukwanike. If you have a downtrend, like we have the red candle and then the green candle structured in this format like an inverted hammer, if the next candle breaks the low of the green and the red, there is a very high probability that is going to continue to go all the way down. So that's breaking of the previous green and red will complete the Zukwanike, and then our sell stop here is still very, very much valid. All right. However, if this current candle in the 30 minutes we are to end as a green candle, we are deleting this sell stop. But if this guy comes back here and breaks this area that we place this trade, I think we are in for a good day. All right, we are in for a good day. So this is what we call our Zukwanike strategy, and its name was born from its ability to move unencumbered. It just flows. So we kind of say, you have to rest now. You understand? So it's a very powerful strategy that we actually use to pass our funded accounts so many times. So this Guanica has formed here. We want this to break the low here, and voila, we are in on this trade. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. All right, guys, I don't like what is happening so far. The current candle, instead of coming down, is breaking the high of the previous candle. All right. So meaning that possibly our Zukwanike will not be triggered. All right. So if this candle were to end as a green candle with a healthy volume, we'll be off for the market today. That means no trade for us today. All right. So in the meantime, we still have about 20 minutes to be on the screen to watch how this candle ends. And that is it. That is just it. So I want you guys to remember what we said. You know, we since the current candle has broken the high of this, there is a likelihood that we will not be getting our Zukwanike being triggered. All right. However, we have to wait for the next 20 minutes for this candle to end. Let's see how it closes. So if it were to close with a healthy volume and a green candle, that means our sell is off the table. Our sell will be off the table. And let's take a look at the 4-hour candle. And that may eventually amount to, hold on, let me do this. Does it qualify? No, I don't think it qualifies. It doesn't, because this current candle has actually broken the low. So I was saying maybe if it ends as a green candle, we could take a reversal or corrective trade, but that does not hold because of this red candle having broken the low of the previous green candle in the 4-hour. So this is establishing like a new trend to the downside, because if for any reason market wants to just correct and go up, there is no reason this red candle would have broken the previous low. As you can see from these other ones here, just look at the previous 4-hour candle. You will see that the low of this one was higher than the previous low, and the previous low was also higher than the previous low, the one coming before it. The same thing here. So this trend started here and of course ended here. So what we'll be expecting overall is market coming down on a new trend, possibly correcting and moving down. This is on the 4-hour. That would be the expectation. Do you understand? But for us to capture our trades, we have to follow our strategy to the letter by switching to the 30 minutes, putting up our analysis, and then waiting for the market to fall into our hands. Right now, it is not falling into our hands, and we are not forcing it. Imagine we saw this earlier and we are like, oh, this is Guanica, and we jumped inside. You see the clearance we gave here. Market never came here to trigger our clearance. So remember that a missed trade, always know this, a missed trade will always be better than a lost trade. It's better that you miss trade out of patience than for you to enter a trade that eventually ended as a loss. Always bear that in mind. The fortitude, the strength to withstand, rather the patience to hold on and wait for the right trade is what is going to give you superhuman powers when it comes to trading. So we'll be ending the stream in about uh, 17 minutes now, because we are waiting for this correct candle to end. And mind you, whatever thing that happens here, I won't be taking a buy, all right? Because I've seen it. When you get a sell, set up here, be it this morning or in the afternoon, it's going to move way more smoothly than a buy, all right? But on the other hand, we are going to also look at the fundamentals. We wouldn't be blind to how gold has rallied over the past few days, even during the even with the inauguration of Donald Trump. We see gold has rallied so much to the high side. It's been trending up for a while now, as you can see. So possibly when it begins to affect economic reforms. He signed some executive orders right there on the day of inauguration. So when he begins to effect some economic reforms, we could actually see the United States dollar gaining strength. Does that make sense? But in the meantime, let's switch from the gold chart. Let's switch from the gold chart to like the, excuse me, guys, card. Holy shit. Okay, let's switch from the gold chart to the DXY, which is the United States dollar index. The DXY. So let's do that right here. Let's see what the trend of the dollar has been. You will see the dollar has been on a massive downfall since let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. Yeah, it's been moving down for a while, or more or less ranging. So I want you to understand what this index does. This DXY measures the performance of the dollar, measures the strength of the dollar. So you will see here the dollar has been gaining strength for some time, reaches a peak of around 110, and now the trend has changed, it's falling down, all right? And this downfall that it is actually doing is what is making gold to be flying up. So what we want to do is possibly see the dollar index going down going up for the gold to start coming down. Well, that is it on a surface level, without going deeper into the fundamentals surrounding it. So there you have it. We just have to exercise patience. Look at it here. We've in the next 15 minutes, we'll be exiting the chart because the market hasn't given us what we want. And that is the best way to trade, guys. You come out in the morning, you dedicate 2 hours of your day to your chart. It's either you get or you don't get. But once you keep doing it consistently, trust me, you are going to definitely make some money from it. That is a no-brainer. That is actually very, very, that is actually the way it should be done. And that is how you can really make trading a lifestyle. Okay? Guys, when you are dedicated to something, you really do not give any excuses. I'm really very down here, honestly. I'm really down. Even speaking here, talking here is hitting on my head. All right. So, but when you've committed to something as a lifestyle, you try as much as you can not to give excuses. Although there are rare occasions that, yes, it will make you to not really be present, but I had to force myself to be here for you guys, for us to do this together, because this is how we grow. I want you to understand the power of consistency, and that consistency compounds over time. No matter how little you are putting in, make sure you are putting in an improvement of 1% every blessed day, and leave every other thing to God, and you will definitely see the growth that you aspire to. So we still have about 12 minutes to call it a day. Definitely, we are deleting this sell stop because this has moved very, very much. So look at our anticipation here. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, you will agree with me that the 1 hour time frame still looks healthy, especially if this were to come down to break the low. But what we want to see on the much lower time frames is a structure that shows that we have something like this. We want to see a structure that says impulse, then the correction, all this movement to the upside is like correction to that impulse, and then boom, down. And I think we're actually getting it here on the 15 minutes. So here on the 15 minutes, we have this impulse. So all of these could be corrections, right? So for it to come down, but you are not taking any trade inside here because this will be a no trade zone. You're only taking trade once it breaks somewhere here And then that's when you can have at least an 80% guarantee that the market will start moving down. I hope that makes sense to all of you. All right, well, time is about ending here. So I'm just going to wait until we see. And mind you, it is not compulsory for us to take any trade each time we come. But one thing I can assure you is that you will definitely learn one or two things every day, especially when we watch the chart. Remember that what we are doing here basically is studying how the chart moves during London section, how the gold candle moves during London section. When you master it, you have an understanding of how the prices move and you get more confidence in executing your trades. So it's really a learning process that we are doing here. We are learning together. And at the same time, when the market falls in our hand, we pocket that particular money that day and we move. So you just have to know that this commitment to this is one of the best professions in the whole wide world. It is recession proof, it is AI proof, it is everything proof that you might think of. So this is a profession, something that you will learn, master, and you know that you are safe on it. Whether you're going for a retirement, whether you want to do it as a side hustle, whether you want to do it as something full-time, I mean, you are guaranteeing yourself a pathway that is recession and economic change proof, right? So this is why this is, I mean, that's why I actually love it. That's why I love it. And yeah, it has shown me that. So our sell stop wasn't triggered, no trade today. So what we are going to do is possibly wait till the next 9 minutes. And once we are done with that, we are good. And then we'll be fine. So each day, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, we come here, we commit our time, we do our bid. And like I say, you pay your own dues. Once you pay your dues long enough, the market will remember you. It's like that with every profession in life. Just give it enough time and dedication, and you reap the rewards, you reap the benefits. So there is no gainsaying the fact. There's no doubt about it. So in 8 minutes, once we witness how the candle ends, we'll be done with the stream. So we have about 3 minutes. We have about 3 minutes, right? So yeah. Oh God. You know what is crazy, guys? It is it's very difficult for things like this to happen. You know, at times you look at the market, it looks manipulated, right? That is why it's always patient to wait for confirmations before you execute. This was a perfect setup. Good volume on the red, setup for Zukwanike, and boom, an entry. So people who were not patient enough to wait for a break in the low of these two candles would definitely be trapped out and would have been taken out on this trade. It's very, very funny. So market is always watching us. Market is always watching you and I to always counter because we are competing against the best brains in the world. We are talking of mathematicians, um, people with degrees, MBAs in economics, in business, in finance, people working with JP Morgan and all of those, because whatever money you make from the market is actually taken away from someone. That's how it's balancing. You understand? So when you understand the people you are competing with, you just have to learn patience, learn discipline, take what you can from the market, and exit when you can. I hope that makes sense. So I really want you guys to be very, very, conscientious and take this seriously. You come out, try to come out every morning to apply the things we've learned over and over and over again. And you will see there is something we call normal distribution in maths. And yeah, you see over time the normal distribution will be skewed in your favor after taking much long enough trades. So guys, the candle has ended and it ended healthily. I know there is a temptation to possibly take a buy when it breaks the high. Even though it may go up, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to do this arrow one. It could push up. And why wouldn't I take that? Because the distance is not that much because of this other block right here. So we have a movement from here to here. All right. So I would actually prefer a sell below this white line. I actually prefer a sell below this white line or a buy above this white line. Any other thing will be avoided. For me, this is a no trade zone. And with that, I'm going to end this section and I'm done for trading for today, at least this morning, unless I were to look into the afternoon section and see some very good volume. I could take it out. I could take it. But right now, we are calling it a day. So have a lovely day and bye for now.